Keir Starmer has taken the extraordinary step of sacking his deputy leader Angela Rayner following explosive revelations about her conduct, sending shockwaves through the Labour Party just months before a crucial general election. This isn't just another political reshuffle, it's a nuclear option that exposes deep fractures within Labour's leadership and raises serious questions about Starmer's judgment in elevating Rayner to such heights in the first place. Subscribe now for the full, unvarnished truth behind this political earthquake. The scandal centers on newly uncovered evidence about Rayner's property dealings and alleged misuse of parliamentary resources. Documents obtained by investigative journalists reveal a pattern of behavior that even Labour's most loyal defenders are struggling to explain away. What began as murmurs about Rayner's council house purchase has snowballed into a full-blown crisis of integrity that Starmer could no longer ignore. Midway through this analysis, hit subscribe if you're finding this breakdown valuable. Our team works around the clock to bring you Westminster's biggest stories. The timeline of events reads like a political thriller. On Tuesday morning, The Times published damning land registry documents showing Rayner purchased her former council property under the right to buy scheme while simultaneously claiming it as her main residence for parliamentary expenses. By lunchtime, Sky News had obtained emails showing Rayner's office directing council officials to fast-track planning permission for the property's conversion into an HMO. By evening, Labour HQ was in lockdown as Starmer's inner circle debated whether to sacrifice his deputy to save the party's election chances. The financial irregularities are serious enough, but it's the emerging pattern of deception that proves most damaging. Rayner's repeated claims that she played by the rules now ring hollow against documentary evidence showing she failed to declare rental income properly and may have misused her MP's stationery to lobby local officials. Even more troubling are the allegations that she pressured council officers to overlook regulatory requirements, an abusive position that crosses ethical red lines in British politics. Starmer's decision to sack rather than defend his deputy speaks volumes about the severity of the situation. Just last month, he stood shoulder to shoulder with Rayner, dismissing these allegations as Tory smears. Now, his abrupt U-turn suggests either shocking naivety about his deputy's conduct or cynical calculation about the electoral damage. Neither interpretation reflects well on Labour's leadership. The fallout extends far beyond Rayner's political career. This scandal strikes at Labour's carefully cultivated image as the party of integrity after years of conservative sleaze allegations. Polling conducted in the wake of the sacking shows Labour's lead on trust and integrity has evaporated overnight, with 58% of voters now believing the party has a serious corruption problem. Visualize this. A graph comparing Labour and Conservative trust ratings over the past month would show their lines crossing for the first time since Partygate. That's how damaging this scandal has become. What makes this crisis particularly toxic is how it exposes Labour's internal contradictions. Rayner was the party's bridge to its traditional working-class base. Her council estate background and straight-talking style gave Labour authenticity in northern heartlands. Without her, Starmer's team looks increasingly like the metropolitan elite their opponents always claimed they were. The human cost is equally devastating. Constituents in Rayner's Ashton-Underline seat feel betrayed, with many telling reporters they voted for her precisely because she seemed different from typical politicians. Local party members report being in mourning, while Labour councillors fear a backlash in May's local elections. As the dust settles, 3 critical questions remain unanswered. Why did Starmer promote Rayner despite long-standing concerns about her conduct? What did he know about these allegations before they became public? And crucially, who in Labour's high command will survive this debacle? The coming days will test Labour like never before. With Rayner's allies threatening to go public with damaging allegations about Starmer's leadership, this could be just the first act in Labour's implosion. One thing is certain: British politics will never be the same again. For continuing coverage of this fast-moving story, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The next 48 hours could determine whether Labour recovers or collapses entirely.